We have 11 units set aside for the chronically homeless and the homeless with a preference for veterans. MSHDA again helped us by supplying the vouchers that are needed to help those who are at the lowest income that will need that extra, which allows us to build and sustain with those higher rents that we get as a result of the vouchers.
For Amvets Department of Michigan, I am the chairman of the Displaced Veterans Committee, and that got us involved with this project, 3.5 years ago from the ground up to try to get the pilot program of which the mayor spoke. And it was a tough deal to get through, but for veterans was our bottom line. Let's get it done for the veterans. We're living up to our duty and the charge we have as Amvets, or whether it's the American Legion or the VFW, doesn't matter. We're here to help veterans with their problems.
We have never seen this much funding for housing as we have seen in like the last 2 years since the governor took office.
Well, the state legislature has been focused on providing resources so that communities can provide access to options like this, both for veterans and homeless folks and low-income folks across our communities that need access to affordable housing. I represent Mount Clemens in the state Senate, and I know it's been a priority to make sure that we're getting these type of housing options here in this area, and wanted to make sure from a state level we're providing the funding necessary to make that happen.
This site was found by individuals in our development team, and with the help of our partners, MSHDA, our investment partners, our construction lender, Comerica Bank, and others, you're seeing it in action. But you're going to get a sneak preview of what I think is the most fascinating part of the project, and that's see how the pieces are put together.
With our LEED certification, you can kind of see there's white kind of going on all the corners. That's the caulking that we do to make the building airtight. We have to pass an air permeability test where we can only allow a certain amount of air in and out of the building. Advanced framing techniques. It allows us to put more insulation on the outside of the building with less area where cold can come in through the walls. So that was a technique that we used throughout the building, where all of the walls come into the exterior, where we allow more insulation, more weather barrier.
So to see this development happen here on this beautiful parcel of land is incredible, and knowing the opportunities that this will now provide to people in the community is extremely important. Just yesterday I toured a piece of property up in Chesterfield, and it was a house that was in very dilapidated condition. And I learned that up until recently, there was a disabled veteran that was living in that home in conditions that we wouldn't want to see any of our family members live in. And so to provide options that are affordable like this one here, it's definitely a need across our communities. I see it every single day, and I know there's people that are going to take advantage and live better lives here in this facility.